Happy Wednesday. 9:04 is the time. We got a good show for all of you guys today. Man, I thought I didn't feel good the last couple of days. Hope you're feeling better than I am out there. We got a good one coming up in a couple of minutes. We're going to be talking all about the Missouri History Museum. Really looking forward to having Sam on the show. We're going to be talking about the St. Louis Birthday Bash and getting all the details on this really cool event that happens this weekend. We'll get all the details on that and so much more in about 15 minutes' time. Throughout the show today, just depending on how things go, we're going to push Lacy McDonald off today and probably come back and do this tomorrow for 100 years ago, and then we'll get through and do our daily dose of local and have a good 2-hour show. But we will have our conversation with the Missouri History Museum in a couple of minutes. Make sure you download the RiverBender.com app today so you can follow along with me at home. Here's what you need to know. We'll start with this first. On February the 11th, firefighters battling a grass fire on West Woodland in Rosewood Heights reported a driver refusing to turn around at a road closure and instead cutting through nearby residents' yards to get around the scene. The Rosewood Heights Fire Department shared the incident on Facebook as a reminder along with the video. The department said roads are closed so crews they can work safely without the risk of being struck by vehicles, and warned that reckless driving also puts private property at risk. Fire officials urged motorists to turn around, choose another route, or proceed slowly near emergency operations. Carrollton Bank has announced that Matt Waters has joined the bank as a senior vice president of commercial banking in Alton. CEO Tom Howe said Waters' customer-focused approach aligns with the bank's philosophy and praised his long-term commitment to clients. Waters will work alongside Steve Thompson, serving the Metro East and surrounding communities, where the bank sees continued growth opportunities. Waters brings more than 20 years of banking experience across the Alton, Edwardsville, and Fairview Heights markets. An Alton native, he attended Marquette Catholic High School and Quincy University and serves on several local boards. Carrollton Bank is an employee-owned bank with $3.8 billion in assets. A full write-up on the bank and Matt Waters available at RiverBender.com/news. Something we've been following along with the last couple of days, East Alton Ice Arena is closed until further notice at the time of our posting of this article. After staff learned that some players reported headaches and sickness, the rink said it was notified at 10:45 Monday night and immediately checked with the building with a carbon monoxide alarm, but it did not sound. Air quality testing Tuesday morning found a slightly raised carbon monoxide reading, though not high enough to trigger existing alarms. The arena purchased new alarms, but officials said those also did not go off. The East Alton Fire Department was called in to assist. The rink remains closed while staff identify this source. As of February the 11th, the East Alton Police Department is warning residents about a surge in scams that are targeting local citizens and urge everyone to stop and verify any request for money before sending it in. Police say that these scams include online phishing, phone calls impersonating federal agencies, and AI-generated calls made to sound like a grandchild. Officers advise skepticism towards demands for cash or unusual payment methods, noting no federal agency will demand mailed cash, a pickup, or Bitcoin deposits. They also warn against lottery winnings requiring fees or taxes to be paid in gift cards. If a family member asks for money, meet in person and call 618-259-6212 for help. That's a look at the stories we're following this 9 o'clock hour. Let's take a look at weather. 33 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 38 out there today, mostly sunny and cooler. Tonight, partly cloudy. Air quality right now is moderate at 53. Temperatures today reach right around 50 degrees and drop down to 30 overnight as we head into Thursday. On Thursday, a high of 51, a low of 30 degrees. On Friday, a high of 55, a low of 35. On Saturday, Valentine's Day, Mardi Gras, you're going to get some rain, 70% chance of it, a high of 50, a low of 33. It's going to be mostly cloudy with periods of rain in the afternoon, and then that rain continues Saturday night as we head into Sunday. On Sunday, excuse me, on Sunday, a high of 65, a low of 34. And that's a look at your next 5 days. Here's what's happening now. 33 degrees in downtown Alton. Man, it feels like 40 out there. For time and temperature, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, and Return Home. Hey, before we take a quick break, I'm really excited that we've had a couple of good weeks here on the show and really just adding some great partners to it. And we added Precision TMS at the end of last year, and what we're learning each and every day is just remarkable. Every time Tom comes on the show and fills us in on more, it really just blows me away. This non-invasive, this new way to really help tackle some of those mental health issues that if you've been battling them for decades, you know how tough that fight is. This is a non-prescription drug way to do it, FDA approved and backed by major insurance providers. If you're a first responder, if you're a teacher, or if you're a veteran, or anyone else in that first responder, law enforcement, or even teacher, nurse line of work, they're here to help you too with their Heroes program. You know what I think such an important piece of this for all of you at home that are maybe still a little curious, you're still learning about TMS? Let me tell you this. It's not shock therapy. They use magnetic stimulation. It's about 15 minutes, and then you're in and out. You're driving yourself to your appointments. You're driving yourself back to work. Do it during lunch. They have They have 2 locations now, one at Scott Air Force Base, one in Creve Coeur. And what I love is Tom's passion about this. I mean, just hearing him and his patients that have come on the show and given their personal testimonials. These are veterans that have seen things that I couldn't even begin to imagine. And, after everything they've been through, all the treatments and different things, how Precision TMS, how this TMS therapy really helped them, and it could help you too. PrecisionTMS.org. That's PrecisionTMS.org. Don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, chat it up a little bit. We got Missouri History Museum joining us, 9:20. Really excited about this. They have great events. You stay there and I'll be here.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Daily Show. A couple of minutes away from chatting it up with the Missouri Historical Society. Always love hanging out with them on the show. Man. If you're going through this, I feel for you. There's a lot of us that are under the weather and all that fun stuff, but you got to keep on keeping on, and we're getting through it here at RiverBender.com. Wanted to fill you in on a couple of things while we're awaiting the Missouri Historical Society. And starts right here in Alton. I was going to fill you in. I got to go to a different section of our own site. I was going to fill you in real quick. Every year, you know, the Women of Distinction event is really just a remarkable one and really showcases just some of the great individuals that are around the area. And the YWCA Southwestern Illinois, they're proud to announce its 2026 Women of Distinction honorees, an extraordinary group of trailblazing leaders whose influence, innovation, and service shape communities across their region. The 2026 honorees are Lynn Burnett, Tamika Carter, Barb Irwin, Mary Jason, Carol Morris, Debbie Sheary, Dr. Tandra Taylor, Tracy Webster Cooley, Kathleen Wilson, Beverly Woody, and Tracy Zerwas. These accomplished women represent the very best of leadership in education, in healthcare, business, public service, and community advocacy. Each honoree, they've demonstrated a powerful commitment to advancing the region and creating lasting change. With their induction, they joined the prestigious Women of Distinction Academy. It's a network of more than 300 influential women leaders from Madison County who exemplify YWCA's mission. The community is invited to celebrate the remarkable achievements of the 2026 Women of Distinction at the Gala, taking place Thursday, March the 12th at Lewis and Clark Community College. This year's theme is The Power of Her. You can find out more information by going to ywcaswil.org or just call in 618-467-7774. But really just always like to give those recognitions when they're due. And why don't we do this? We'll take a brief buffer break. It's 9:19. Our conversation about the St. Louis Birthday Bash with our friends over at the Missouri Historical Society. That happens after a quick break. We'll pay a quick bill, come back with more next.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome back. Daily Show, 9:20. I'm on time. Man, that's 3 days in a row. I better stop this before you guys expect it of me all the time. You know, always great to talk about the things happening right across the river, and another great opportunity for us to get over and celebrate the Metro East is at the St. Louis Birthday Bash happening this weekend. Sam, thanks for joining us today. Really a pleasure to have you on the show.
It's great to be here, CJ. Thank you.
Well, you know, fill me in on this. You're the managing director of public history with the Missouri Historical Society, and, you know, just take me through your excitement ahead of this weekend.
Oh, absolutely. So this weekend, St. Louis was founded on February 14th, 1764. So we are celebrating our 262nd birthday as a St. Louis region this weekend. And we decided to go big on that this year at the Missouri History Museum in Forest Park. We think St. Louis, and we define St. Louis really broadly, right? St. Louis includes the Metro East. I'm actually from the Metro East. I grew up in Highland. So it includes the Metro East. It includes the city proper. It includes the county and counties beyond. And we think St. Louis as a whole needs to be a little bit louder and a little bit prouder about what makes this place special.
There's so many great things, you know, and I was just going to say, you know, from Highland that I'm sure whenever you go out of town, whenever you were growing up and someone said, where are you from? If you were out of state, you'd say St. Louis.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. St. Louis, always the closest big city. St. Louis is home. And I live in the city today. And I think those ties between our different communities across the region have never been more important. And so this weekend, we're starting what's going to be an annual weekend-long festival at the Missouri History Museum. We're going to have musical performances celebrating the 100th birthdays of St. Louis originals like Chuck Berry and Miles Davis.
Nice.
We're going to have the Red and Black Brass Band here to perform. We're going to have over the weekend, Fredbird and Bluey will be here to help us sing silently. They don't sing themselves. Happy birthday to St. Louis. We're going to have a concert with legendary jazz vocalist Anita Jackson.
Wow.
We'll have some film screenings throughout the weekend. It's going to be a great event that whether you are a family with kids, whether you're someone who just really loves St. Louis or St. Louis history and wants to plug in that way, there's going to be something for everyone at the Birthday Bash.
Well, I think it's such a great way to kind of kick off this new annual all ages festival by really tying in and making it a point to go into that sector of making it what St. Louis is. And that's a community full of different, you know, backgrounds and different interests, different ages. And really to put that all together, I'm sure took some time. Before we talk about just what people can expect, how long does it take to put an event like this together of this magnitude?
Oh, that's a great question. It takes a while, right? We've been talking about over the last 10 years, we've made a real pivot here at the Missouri Historical Society to say, you know what, rather than bringing the world to St. Louis, we're going to focus on shouting about St. Louis to St. Louis and to the rest of the world, right? And so that means focusing on local history, sharing St. Louis stories like the 1904 World's Fair or Mill Creek Black Metropolis exhibit. And so this birthday bash is really the latest chapter in what's been a decade-long effort for us to zoom in on the St. Louis story. It takes the better part of a year to pull an event like this together, and then it's all over in the space of 48 hours after we wrap up this coming weekend.
Well, and now how does the weekend kick off? Because I'm learning more about the Great Big T-Rav remix. Fill me in on this.
So on Friday night, we have our first ever Great Big T-Rav remix. I think if you asked anybody what their top three most iconic St. Louis foods are, you'd probably get St. Louis style pizza. You might get gooey butter cake, but you're definitely going to get toasted ravioli, right?
True.
And so we have invited 8 different chefs and restaurant groups to the Missouri History Museum on Friday night. And their mission is give us your take on this iconic St. Louis food. So we're going to have sweet T-Ravs. We'll have savory T-Ravs. We'll have some more standard T-Ravs, but it's going to be a lot of fun. The event has been incredibly popular. It's sold out, but we do have a wait list active. So I would encourage people to hop onto our website at mohistory.org. Put your name on the wait list, because as those tickets open up, as people find they're not able to make it, we are opening those tickets up on a first come, first served basis on our wait list.
Fantastic. It's got to be just a great feeling to kick this off and to have that much anticipation and really just have that much interest in this, and because no matter what you do for the first time, or, you're getting ready to really gear this into that annual thing, that's always nerve-wracking. So to see that response has got to be great for you and the team.
It absolutely is. And I think we see that throughout the year at the History Museum, right? We've got what we know is that St. Louis loves its neighbors. It loves a reason to get together and celebrate our hometown, whether it's at the neighborhood level, whether it's at our Twilight Thursdays concerts, which is the best outdoor concert series in St. Louis that starts again in May here at the History Museum, or for events like this, right? It's cold. We got snow dumped on us a couple of weeks, and we're going to have terrific weather this weekend. There is no better time to kind of get out of the house, spend some time celebrating our hometown.
1,000%. Well, that takes us into it. I mean, we've already talked about it. People can expect live music all weekend long, but it doesn't start and end there. There's a ton of things. I wanted to go right into just some of the hands-on activities that I think would be helpful and interesting maybe for younger families out there that are looking for, something to take the steam out of the little ones.
100%. So all throughout the day, there's going to be a lot of family activities. We'll have backyard games. St. Louis loves things like cornhole and what we affectionately call hillbilly golf, right? So we're going to have those backyard game stations set up all day long for families to engage with. Also, a lot of make and take crafts, right? This is a birthday weekend for our community. So we've got some easy opportunities and wins with making your own birthday hat, designing a flag for your St. Louis neighborhood. If you're coming from Edwardsville, or if you're coming from Alton, or if you're coming from Tower Grove South, we want to see your neighborhood, your community's flag that you create for it. We're going to have we're going to write love letters to our St. Louis community. All of these things available for kids and for families all day long. And then we'll also do on both days, in the morning on Saturday and the afternoon on Sunday, we're going to have the biggest St. Louis birthday sing-along that we can have. So we're all going to sing happy birthday to St. Louis. We'll be joined on Saturday by a bald eagle from the World Bird Sanctuary right here in St. Louis. And then on Sunday, we'll be joined by Fred Bird and Louie, who are going to help us, I think, mostly gesture to St. Louis's birthday song.
Fantastic. What a great weekend, for St. Louis all the way around. And, to capitalize on this and really just for the birthday bash and to have everything for families, you name it all, everybody's got something to do. And wanted to go into this a little bit more about the STL pop-up talks that are going to be featured. So these are short 10-minute talks that are led by your historians, correct, and more?
Correct. So if you've been in St. Louis for the last, about months, it's pretty hard to miss what we launched in concert with partners across the community, the I Am St. Louis campaign, right? We've been having more than 350 different organizations and individuals have joined us to share their story about what makes them a critical part of our St. Louis community. The reality is that if St. Louis could introduce itself, it would tell you, I am the place with the oldest bridge on the Mississippi River in the Eads Bridge. I am the place that taught America to cook through the Joy of Cooking cookbook. I am the place with the oldest black high school west of the Mississippi at Sumner. I am the place that sent men into space. McDonald Aircraft built the Mercury and Gemini space capsules right here in St. Louis that helped us win the space race. These are all fascinating stories. They're all quick hits stories too, right? We can tell those pretty quickly. And so our team over the weekend, throughout the weekend, is going to be giving you those snapshots of St. Louis history all weekend long. There are so many fascinating chapters of the history of this community that we can look to, that we can be proud of, that we can be critical of in a lot of cases, but that we can also learn from. And so that's really the goal for this weekend. And those pop-up talks with our historians will be introducing St. Louis in a new way all weekend long.
Well, and I just think it's such a great way, and we have a lot of historical societies and groups on. We have a weekly history segment on the show, and we need to start talking and celebrating our local history more. And and not all of it. There's always things that we aren't going to agree with, but to learn from that and to really study it from an at-home perspective instead of maybe from a national textbook perspective that we all learn, and growing up. So what a great opportunity to bring the kids, bring the family, bring yourself if you don't know too much about your own backyard. And really just have fun doing it. I mean, from the live music that's going on to just all the different activities, you're making it fun to learn.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right? There's so many opportunities. The reality is, I think we hear a lot of noise about St. Louis and a lot of the challenges that St. Louis faces right now. And certainly, we got big things to tackle in this region. But the reality is that people don't work to make a place better and solve its challenges if they don't care about it and feel connected to it in the first place, right? And that's what we really view our mission as, and especially in partnership with historical societies across the Metro East and throughout the St. Louis region. Our mission is to give people a sense of place, help them build that, help them feel connected. And the Birthday Bash is certainly one of those opportunities for us to all come together, be in community, and be thinking about what makes this place really special so that we can tackle what comes next for our community.
1,000%. And going into this weekend, just a little briefly, because I know that we're pressing on time here, there's events that start all day or early in the morning on Saturday. They start Sunday, and then there's some that run all day. Are there any time frames that you want the public to know about, specifically that could be of interest that you want to pinpoint for us?
Yeah, I think you nailed it. Regardless of what time you join us on Saturday or Sunday, there's going to be something for you. I would say keep an eye out. Visit our website, mohistory.org. You're going to see Birthday Bash right when you drop onto the homepage. We have great concerts in the afternoon, so 1 to 3 o'clock, concerts, presentations, film screenings on both Saturday and Sunday. If you've got to choose between the morning and the afternoon, we'd love to see you anytime. But those kind of flagship programs are going to be happening in the afternoon both days. But again, the reality is all day long, plenty to do, regardless of how you want to plug into the Birthday Bash.
Fantastic. I got to ask you before I let you go, what are you looking forward to the most activity-wise or from a Sam perspective here?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think I am most excited about, St. Louis rewrote the soundtrack of America, has rewritten the soundtrack of America countless times, right? Whether you're looking at Scott Joplin or Tina Turner or Nelly or SZA, whoever you want to point to, right? Two people who are so critical to that soundtrack of America are Miles Davis and Chuck Berry. Yep. And we're going to be celebrating them at 1 o'clock on Sunday in a special curated concert that'll have some musical performances. I'm really excited about that one.
Fantastic. And just a quick timing, the Miles Davis tie-in's great for us. We have the Miles Davis Jazz Festival here every year.
Over our friends in East St. Louis, absolutely.
Well, and, right here in Alton, where he was born, and that's where it's just so cool. And, really to tie all that in, we're all one neighborhood, we're all one city, and really great, Sam, as always, to talk with you.
Yes, you too, CJ. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thank you. We'll take a quick break. It's 9:34. A little bit of change on this Wednesday morning. We'll come back with more Daily Show right after this.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Welcome back, Daily Show. 9. I do get paid. 10:20. That's the time. Brad and Mark in the studio. American Digital Security. Get ready for the road show. February the 26th. And this is going to be a really nice event, 10 to 4:30 p.m. on the day. And we were talking before we came on, Brad, Mark, and just a great opportunity for, really businesses that are all throughout this region, those small, maybe mid-sized businesses, to see what's out there to really help them help themselves.
Absolutely. Most of these companies don't know what's available today. And we find that the smaller, medium-sized businesses get overlooked by a lot of the integrators in the industry. And we want to change that. We want to bring them in, show them what's available, show the technology off, and just make them feel like they're as important as the big guys in this industry.
Fantastic. And before we go into the highlights of the event, take me through your guys' background with ADS and just our American Digital Security and your tenure there.
You want to go first?
Mark's the GM
Mark's got it.
of office, yeah.
I'm the general manager at the St. Louis branch.
Okay.
I had 30 years in telecom prior to getting into the security industry. Okay. 5 years in the security industry, and the technology, a lot of it is just mind-blowing. It improves every day. There's something new every day. If you don't want to keep learning, this is the wrong spot to be. Everything from your standard core products, just CCTV, access control, to autonomous drone surveillance or thermal radar imaging, things along those lines. There's a lot of stuff available that can help every business, small, medium, large. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely. And Brad, what are your thoughts, your background with the company?
I started in this industry in '98, so I've been doing it a couple of years. And, we do everything from large sports entertainment complexes in St. Louis, pro sports, hospitals, healthcare, K through 12. So, like Mark said, it's an ever-changing industry, and you got to stay on top of it.
Well, and you guys truly have one of the true industries where someone's always trying to beat you, right?
Absolutely.
And that's why I'm sure, the research and the homework side of things is so vital for what you guys do when you're meeting with businesses of all sizes.
And nobody's problems are the same. Everybody has a different issue they're trying to fix, whether it's employee theft, whether it's security, whether it's safety for staff and students at schools, or, just property protection, these storage lots and stuff like that that's got boats, campers, we can protect all of that. So everybody's got a different story and a different issue they're trying to fix, so it keeps it kind of fun.
Well, and that really leads into to my next point is the who, why, what, and where's of this event is because, if I'm a business owner, I really wouldn't know where to start when it comes to, I would just think, okay, should I go and ask about some, cameras? Is that just it? Or not really understanding what that need is?
Let's start with... We've got a great team of guys, several guys with double-digit years in the industry. Yeah. But we'll come out and we'll do a threat assessment, no charge to the customer. There's other things outside of the security realm that you can use within security. For instance, heat maps.
That's interesting.
For a retail operation, so you can tell where people spend the most time. Which end cap is getting the most traffic, really? So that can help you with your marketing and things along those lines. So there's a lot that you can do with our products other than just security.
And now, is there an option too, and this is just top of the head thing, where even for venues where they can, use it for, really getting an accurate number on, guests and attendance and all that good thing?
People tracking coming in, coming out, the delta difference between the two. The software's smart enough to tell you, hey, when business closed, there's 3 more people that came in, but they didn't exit. Where are they at? So, banks, retail stores, stuff like that you read stories of people hiding in a room,
living in Toys R Us.
Exactly, so there's different things out there, but the main thing is changing the age-old security of being reactive. Somebody broke in, we pull the camera footage and we do it, and now we're going to be proactive with all the analytics. It takes the legwork out of having to do the research yourself. Let the systems do it for you.
Absolutely.
And as Brad's talking about people counting, it just kind of reminds me that we've heard about vape sensors for years now, right?
Oh, yeah.
For vape and smoke detection, THC, that type of stuff. We now call those environmental sensors because they do so much more air quality, but they also count people. So
wow,
it's a perfect opportunity if a space that has to be private. You want to know how many people's in it. There's no camera, so it can count people without having a camera attached to it.
And I'm guessing without violating certain laws.
All the rights, HIPAA rights, everything is all protected by this.
This is fantastic. So, I guess the biggest question is, I'm sure the thought of the price could maybe scare some small businesses or medium-sized business, but I'm sure that there's something for everybody.
There is a budget for everybody. We have financing terms with people too.
Oh, yeah.
We have vendors that offer in-house financing for the small business. We do lease programs. We can get creative to fit anybody's needs. That's why we're trying to get the small business mind to think that, hey, we can do this too.
It's obtainable.
Exactly.
Yeah, and if we do a threat assessment, we can map out a plan, maybe phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take care of your biggest vulnerabilities first, and then kind of layer it as we progress and the funds become available.
You know how I told you I get paid for this? It's at Rustic Roots. I forgot to throw that big detail out. February the 26th, Rustic Roots, and really just a great space, a big space for this, so I'm sure you're going to have it full of jam-packed.
There'll be free lunch. Nikki G's one of our caterers.
Oh, they're great.
They're going to be providing free lunch. Then we have Motorola and Verkada sponsoring a happy hour. Mingle network with the other businesses, the other manufacturers, so it'll be a good day.
Absolutely. Before we take a quick break and we come back to this conversation, you can go right now to the RiverBender.com event section. See this right here? That is the American Digital Security Roadshow. You go down here and RSVP for your spot. It'll take you right there. You can fill out all that great information. No cost to attend, but really just gathering details and make sure that we got enough love for everybody.
And the live demo schedule is at the bottom of that page.
Oh, good. Well, we'll be talking about that in a second, because that's... Now, I got to ask you, one CJ question. For the threat assessment, do you guys try to break into their business or something?
There's different levels of it, but we'll definitely expose your weak spots in your plan, yeah.
Great question.
One of the fun parts of the job.
10:28, we'll come back and talk all about the St. Louis Security Roadshow through ADS. You stay there. We'll be here, RiverBender.com, Roku TV.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Bailey Show, welcome back. 10:30 on the nose. The ADS, American Digital Security. I didn't realize that's what ADS was for the longest time, so now I'm just kind of stuck saying it, It's kind of just, it feels good. And it feels good knowing that you're protected in your business, and you can be a part of this security roadshow. And you guys are flying in folks all throughout the country to be a part of this. And I think it's really cool to have an organization and a corporation so large really focusing in on just the smaller side of the market, because I'm sure some of the lucrative, those high security stakes, the sports teams, that's what everyone chases, but there's still needs here. There's
a lot of need for the small business, and more now than it used to be. It used to be just a burglar alarm for small business, and now that's pretty dated. So just trying to change the way they think about it and the way they go to market. So
fantastic. And we were teasing before we went to break that there's going to be some demos that are available that day as well. And, let's go through that. What are some of the demos that we're going to be experiencing, those live presentations? I know that they start at 11:35.
Yep, 11:35. So we've got live presentations from several of our vendors. We got Motorola. They do everything from body cameras, LPRs, to traditional access control and cameras. We've got Vaxtor, which is a company that's all AI software for tracking containers, whether that's on the rails, the rivers, the highways, semis, anything that's got a DOT number it can track. Then we have the cloud offerings for security and cameras and access control from Verkada and Avigilon. We have the traditional security at DMP, which is your traditional burglar alarms. They have cameras and access control as well. iPro is a partner of ours that specializes a lot in K through 12. Mm-hmm. They have a Class Secure. They have panic systems for the healthcare and education platforms.
That's great. Real quick, for private schools and even because there's a lot newer private schools opening up throughout the Riverbend. What a great opportunity.
Absolutely. And, that's what makes the news a lot, unfortunately, is a lot of the school issues. And we do a lot of K through 12. Zero Eyes is an AI partner of ours that is a visible weapons detection. So it uses your existing systems, your existing cameras, puts an overlay onto it, and will alert 911 and the owners when they see a visible firearm without any interaction from humans. We've got Evolve, which is our walkthrough, basically concealed carry weapon detection system. You see them at the Blues, you see them at the Cardinals. Then we got Land Sky.
Not to cut you off, could those be used at a bar?
Absolutely. There's a lot of them deployed, especially around college towns.
Makes sense. Wow.
Columbia, stuff like that. So, everybody's supposed to be paying attention to the concealed carry stickers on the windows, but, it goes on without being watched too much. So it's a layer of security for it. Land Sky AI is our drone partner, so they have 2 locations. They monitor and man the drones from their locations. They can do on schedules. Our cameras can trigger the drones to pop out automatically. They can go up to about a 45-mile range, all FAA approved, all licensed through those.
And is that to make sure survey land and
so check? Basically it's a large site perimeter, so gotcha. That or PDs. A camera triggers something, that drone can go there. It can be there before emergency response. You can see what's going on, so your first responders know what they're walking into. They're getting the live feedback from it, and they don't have to have a full-time employee scheduled or trained how to fly that. It's all done remotely.
Fantastic.
So that's a cool offering.
It also will sometimes circumvent the need for human interaction.
Because, they can communicate through it two-way. They can talk down. Crowd disbursement, just like on a block party, they can fly it over the top, they can talk through it, they see a fight, whatever it is, and shut it down before it happens.
A kid runs out on a football field at a school after hours, that drone could be enough of a deterrent where you don't have to send an officer
and waste
out
resources.
there too. Right.
Yeah. Fantastic.
And then we got thermal radar, which is perimeter protection, all based off of thermal imaging radar sensors. We can cover about 200 acres with one sensor. Know if it's the difference between a car, a human, a dog, a deer, whatever it is. So that'll be on display.
200 acres?
Yeah. It's pretty impressive stuff. So we'll have that there. Then LPRs, body cameras from Motorola. So just a lot of different stuff for people to get hands-on, meet with the vendors, meet with the manufacturers, and see it firsthand.
And some of the stuff that's not going to be a live demo, we're going to have Lincore sound masking on display. Salto, which is a data wireless access control platform. power solutions like Ultronics and Eaton Trip Light. So there's going to be a lot of stuff there. And not everybody has time to do a demo, but it's going to be on display and there'll be a booth and people have the opportunity to experience it.
Well, and honestly, just a great thing to experience, and honestly, I'm sure there's so many people that have no clue about half of the stuff existing.
Absolutely.
DAS systems, Motorola radios.
Yeah.
We have a cybersecurity company that's a sister company of ours that they're offering analysis on cybersecurity of businesses. They're going to be there talking about it. There's something for everybody.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, and now there is going to be a happy hour from 4:15 to 5:45, so that way you guys, after you're learning all this, and
you can relax a little bit.
you're ready to go forward with your security features. This is going to be cool, and I think that the's a lot that really tie in just specifically to the Riverbend, and really could help so many folks out
Absolutely.
there.
So can we count on CJ to show up?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. What can I get down here to make me safe? Because that door is not really helping nobody.
I mean, we can put some access control on that door for you.
I think a mouse could fart break that window, I don't know. But, I actually do want to check this out because this is something new for me to really experience. And what I think is so important is really just to get an insight to really the advancements in this industry regardless, because it would blow folks away, I think, especially like 5 years. You've been in since 98, so I can only imagine the whirlwind
Different. It's different.
And even in 5 years, just the constant, refresh of ideas and the reemergence of new technology.
And what we don't want people to think is we're expecting everybody to want to buy something. We want them to come see it, whether it's planning for next year, the year after for your business. Maybe you're buying a new building and you're thinking about, wiring and doing it now in a remodel. We want everybody to come, whether you need it now or 6 months down the road. It's a good experience to see it all.
As you see on your screen there, we're in the bottom part of that. You can also register for a chance to win some St. Louis Blues tickets, too.
Absolutely.
That's correct.
I like that. So whenever you go, you click on the event calendar, you find this RSVP for your spot here. Register to attend and just take a look at this. There's going to be some really great information on this, and maybe do a little bit of research before you go, and have an idea of what you're looking for and how they can help you, really help your business.
We appreciate your time, and we look forward to seeing everybody.
I like this.
Thank you very much, CJ.
So I got to ask you, before I let you go, one more CJ question. Some of these security demonstrations are pretty fun, I've seen. Which has been the most memorable for you that you've been able to encounter?
I think the drone stuff like that is probably the most eye-opening for people to see the roof hatch open, the drone deploys on its own.
They call it a hive.
Yeah,
so it's the bee coming out of the hive.
It's like advanced, stuff.
Outside of that, I think probably the thermal radar imaging is just really
and the visual gun detection.
Yeah.
We did a lot of local schools with it. So seeing firsthand law enforcement see, it knows the difference between a holstered weapon and a brandished weapon. So it's smart enough to know that automatically. So we're learning every day too. When new technology comes out, we try to stay up, but it's ever changing. So just exciting times.
Thanks guys for stopping by and filling us in on this.
Appreciate it.
We'll take a quick break. 10:37, a little bit of change. We're going to come back with
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Daily Show. Oh, man. I need a breathing treatment. We're going to talk to Lacy McDonald. We're going to go ahead and do the live component of this show. And then after we talk to Lacy, we're going to run an interview and then say so long for now. I thought maybe today I'd start feeling better, but man. Thanks for hanging out with me and my sick self. Here's what you need to know in your news brief. Here's what we're following along with. Really, this team upstairs that we have in news is working around the clock. If you ever have a news tip, news at RiverBender.com. Belleville police, they're investigating a late-night shooting that left a juvenile male hospitalized and led to the arrest of a juvenile suspect. Officers were dispatched around 10:27 p.m. Monday, February the 9th, to the 600th block of Royal Heights Road after a report of a person shot multiple times. Here's what we know. Police found the victim with several gunshot wounds to the lower torso. Officers and paramedics provided aid before the victim was taken to a St. Louis area hospital where he is listed in critical but stable condition. A suspect taken into custody around 5:30 a.m. Tuesday with help from the Regional Special Response Team. Also in the news today, former Edwardsville Township Supervisor Kevin Hall is running to represent Illinois' 56th district in the state Senate. Ahead of the March 17th Democratic primary, he stopped by the show for an interview. Hall said his top priority is affordability, citing rising costs for groceries, childcare, utilities, housing, and medical bills. The district covers about 80% of Madison County and 20% of St. Clair County from Godfrey to O'Fallon. Hall pointed to his township record, including a historically low property tax rate, and emphasized connecting residents to local resources. A full profile available at RiverBender.com when you sign into your free RiverBender.com account. One of the stories we're following as well happened on February the 10th. This was shared. Firefighters battling a grass fire on West Woodland and Rosewood Heights. They reported a driver that refused to turn around at a local road closure and instead cut through nearby residents' yards to get around the scene. The Rosewood Heights Fire Department shared the incident in a Facebook reminder along with the video. The department said roads are closed, so crews they can work safely without the risk of being struck by vehicles, and warn that reckless driving also puts private property at risk. Fire officials urged motorists to turn around, choose another route, or proceed slowly near emergency operations. Can't believe they had to remind us of that. East Alton Ice Arena was closed until further notice at the time of this posting. After staff learned that some players reported headaches and sickness, the rink said it was notified about 10:45 on Monday night and immediately checked the building with a carbon monoxide alarm, but it did not sound. Air quality testing Tuesday morning found a slightly raised carbon monoxide reading, though not high enough to trigger existing alarms. The arena purchased new alarms, but officials said those also did not go off. The East Alton Fire Department was called in to assist, and the rink remains closed while staff identify the source. That's a look at what's one more story for you. This is important. East Alton Police warning residents about a surge in scams targeting local citizens and urged everyone to stop and verify any request for money before sending it. Police say the scams include online phishing, phone calls impersonating federal agencies, and AI-generated calls made to sound like a grandchild. Of officers advise skepticism towards demand for cash or any unusual payment methods, noting no federal agency will demand mailed cash, a pickup, or Bitcoin deposits. They also warn against lottery, quote, winnings, end quote, requiring fees or taxes paid in gift cards. If a family member asks for money over the phone, you meet in person. If you have any questions or you need help, 618-259-6212. And that's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend this Wednesday morning. 36 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 42 out there today, mostly sunny and cooler. Tonight, just partly cloudy. Air quality right now is moderate, and temperatures today reach right at 50 degrees and drop down to 28 overnight as we head into Thursday. On Thursday, a high of 52, a low of 31 degrees. On Friday, a high of 58, a low of 35. On Saturday, I hate to tell you this, you're going to get rained on when you go to Wardy Gras. High of 50, a low of 37. Rain all throughout the afternoon, and that will carry into the evening hours of Saturday. On Sunday, a high of 63, a low of 34, and that's a look at your next 5 days. Here's what's happening now. 36 in downtown Alton. It feels like 42. You can call time and temperature throughout the day at 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane. He's your local State Farm agent. You can also just stay up to date in real time all the time by downloading the RiverBender.com app today. It's 10:01. We'll take a quick break, but before we do, let me fill you in on another precision partner of our daily show, Precision Point Armory. You know, really excited to have Ben on the show and really just to get his expertise and to learn how we can really learn the right way, the safe way when it comes to concealed carry classes and all of those great things. You can book your next session by going to precisionpointarmory.net, whether it's one-on-one training or it's handgun fundamentals. What about dry fire training? That's available too. They have specialty range training. They have maintenance and knowledge classes, family firearm sessions that we have talked about with Ben, and just that safety aspect of it. You got your concealed carry, or if you and your loved one, you guys want to do something for Valentine's Day, take it out onto the range. Couples date at the range available too. There's so much more available at Precision Point Armory, and really excited just to showcase really Ben's commitment to safety and training us the right way, observing the laws that are there, and making sure it's all done within the legal scope, and really just the training done right at Precision Point Armory. You can learn more at precisionpointarmory.net, precisionpointarmory.net, and don't forget to tell them you know who sent you over their way. Quick break. Lacy, next.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
.07, top of the hour. Lacy, how are you?
How are you, CJ?
Living the dream.
Is it a good dream or is it a nightmare?
You know, the last week, officially a week, because I was telling you Stella wasn't feeling good last week. And surprise, surprise, RSV ran rampant through the daycare. We were actually ahead of the game, and we both felt like we were going crazy because you know how that goes. She feels good in the morning, was like nothing bothered her. And then by the afternoon, she's calling her bosses again like, hey, might not be at work tomorrow because her fever shot up. And she's like, I really hope that, you don't hope, it's RSV or any type of, verified thing, but you don't want it ever to come off as work as like, you're just trying to get out of work in that day and using that as an excuse. So we were like, man, we really hope we find out what's going on. By Friday, I said, I can't take this. So we took her back into urgent care and RSV, but she was on the tail end, so she's back at school.
Oh, I'm glad she's okay.
But I'm on my tail end, and let me tell you, breathing sucks.
Breathing is one of those things that you don't think about until it's awful.
Yeah.
Until it's impossible.
I mean, what did I do to deserve this?
Should happen to someone else.
We both know what I have done to deserve. No, it's okay. It's just I was roughing it out as long as I could because I just don't like sitting at home. But I think after the live portion of the show, we're gonna flip this sucker into high gear, and I am out of here too.
Yeah, go get some rest.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't take naps.
I hate naps.
I can't. My body doesn't shut down like to take a nap.
I can fall asleep, but then when I wake up, I'm
That's
completely
what I'm saying.
disoriented.
No, I will sleep during
Yeah.
the day, but I won't nap. Napping is not my wheelhouse. You know, I'm not even a good eye rester because there's some people they can get a weekend or two, you know, during a meeting. You can catch them at some of these council meetings. I can't because I always look like I'm dead.
Everyone has to stop the meeting
They're
to
like,
check
wait
their
a minute,
pulse.
is CJ alive? I mean, I knew this meeting, but it was bad. No. So you wrote about a monologuist.
A monologuist, yes.
Is that the correct term?
I think so.
I'm going with it.
It sounded good, and she did original monologues. Her name was Ruth Draper. She performed at Monticello Seminary, which is now Lewis and Clark Community College, in 1926, February 6th, 1926. And she was on a U.S. tour at the time, going around performing. But she was a really phenomenal actress. She considered herself a character actress. So she had started when she was young just doing like little vignettes that she made up about people that she knew or people that she observed at parties that talked about that, and then got more and more famous. She had one run of shows in New York in the 19-teens where they all bombed except for the one that was her original work. So she was performing other people's work and her own work.
And her work
did great and nothing else. So after that moment, she said, okay, I'm never going to perform anyone else's work again because clearly my talent lies in producing and performing my own
as
work.
a monologuist, not to be. Do people
no, it just
go,
wasn't successful.
You aren't sucking me in.
No, I don't even know it was that. I think it wasn't financially successful. She had a series of shows, and the only one that made any money was the one where she was performing her own work. So I don't know if it was in her portrayal or if it was in the interest of whatever the monologues were, but she was apparently just incredible at doing lots of different characters. So she would be on stage for a show, never leave the stage, only, put a scarf over her head or change a very small piece of costume. Like she was just adding, subtracting little things, and then completely switch her character. And people said it was just phenomenal how she could do that. She would change her voice, her dialect.
So she was the first voice actor,
she was like a voice. Yeah.
Well, they were the first interpretation of a voice actor.
Yeah, and she inspired actors like Lily Tomlin and John Lithgow. Musician Tom Waits talked about how much her work inspired him.
John Waite?
No, Tom Waits.
Oh, okay.
Tom Waits. I don't know what I said. Tom Waits.
I just heard Wait, and I'm like, wait,
Hold up.
I was like, I remember that commercial. That was like his reemergence for a couple of days. Remember that?
No.
Since you've been gone.
Oh yeah.
I ain't missing you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I saw him at the Wildie. Fantastic.
Really?
Yeah. Fantastic.
Oh, that would be fun.
I will say, I don't know what was in his pocket, but he kept chewing on something, and it was taking me away from the show.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because if somebody's performing,
but
you're looking at their face.
It looked like a Tic Tac. Like he would just then stick it in his mouth and what the hell are these? I want one.
Throw them to the audience.
Did the doorman hand these out? What are we doing here? No, it was good. But going into this, I think it's so cool though that, she's credited by, certain critics as, being the best actress in America, and all those things. But to have that, performance here, I'm sure a lot of people really, enjoyed it, or at least maybe if they didn't know about it at the time, were like, damn, I missed that, Yeah.
And she had been here in 1924 as well. I could only find an announcement of that. I didn't see any more articles, but I like to think that when she was here in 1924, if enough people got to go to that and talk about it, that when she came back in 1926, anyone that hadn't gotten a chance to go before was able to see her. So, she was here at least those times. And then she performed at Buckingham Palace the same year in 1926 for the King and Queen of England.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She was really popular in Europe. And she gave benefit concerts. This is going back a little bit, but benefit concerts during World War I, including a 3-week tour in 1917 that raised $10,000 for the Red Cross. And then she went over to perform for the troops, the American troops.
1917, $10,000?
Yeah. And
so that is $253,222 today.
That's incredible.
Good for her.
Yeah.
How many days?
3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. She was quite successful. She also came from a well-to-do family, so it was kind of surprising that she went into acting at all.
Because you don't need to work or do, know,
Right.
at the time, well, for everyone that's in that position,
Yeah.
you can kind of just relax and.
Yeah. And especially in that time
I know,
period
I
as a
would.
woman. Yeah, right? That's what we're here because
We have to. Like I hate to tell
we
people,
have jobs.
I do love my job, but I do not, like, if I won the lottery, there would be subtle signs. There,
like no one at that
it'd
spot.
be an empty desk.
No, I feel the same way. I absolutely love my job, but I go to it because they pay me, and that's why I'm here.
That's true.
Love
That's
it.
fair, it's just
Yeah.
the way it goes.
Uh-huh.
But it's truly remarkable though when someone finds their passion.
Yeah.
And to really see the success in that too,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm sure it's not easy to get to that point, especially back in the day, to promote yourself without
Right.
social media, and
Right.
it's literally word of mouth. And hate to say it, but you're pretty much a circus act to get famous, because you got to hit different towns and you got to keep hitting the road and go do. That's a lot. And then you talk
Yeah.
about all the abuse stuff that was going on back then, and not to say that happened to her, but in the entertainment world, that was just, people talk about it now. God dang. That was always nasty. And it's just interesting to hear, how she basically did it on her own.
She did. And some interesting things about that. I think because she was not a film actress, she was on stage.
That's what I'm saying. It's so fascinating.
Yeah. And so she you're
didn't
right.
reach masses.
She didn't reach. She had to go to the people to see her.
You're a traveling act.
Yeah. And she never got married.
Really?
Never got married.
I'm not saying that as wow, she didn't get married, but you would think though, with money and all that, the family would say, hey, what the hell are you doing?
I don't think she needed to.
But they didn't want her to carry on you know what I'm saying?
Oh, she had a bunch of brothers and sisters.
Okay. I didn't know if she was
so
the only child.
no, I think
because with that type of estate,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think her father was a doctor, and she had multiple siblings.
Oh, okay.
And so she didn't presumably have the pressure to get married. There were love affairs in her life. There was
I'm
one
sure, yeah.
that they learned about through letters, whoever wrote her biography. But she had a really, really good friend that she would sort of tell more to than she told other people. And she had a 3-year relationship with an Italian, I don't know, he was half Italian, half American, much younger than her. She was 40 and he was 26. So she tried to keep it kind of quiet. But it was kind of a known secret that people just didn't talk about.
Robbing the cradle.
But not neither one of them was married. It wasn't an affair.
Right. It just. But that's what they called those things back in the day.
An affair. Yeah, a love affair.
Everyone had a love affair.
Yeah, and sometimes that meant that it was no one else got hurt, and sometimes they did.
You just had to read the article. That's really all it was about. This is really cool. So, were there any follow-up articles on her performance? My question is because I don't know if Alton had theater or a theology department or anything like that yet, within the school or the high school. Did they go watch her perform, how some of the groups went to the Cardinals games?
Right. I don't know if high school or younger students went. It was at Monticello, so college students were certainly there.
Oh, I'm sure.
And the article after her performance mostly talked about the characters that she portrayed. So it wasn't as much about who was there.
Lewis and Clark has the most interesting track record of guests.
Yeah.
All the way back to Monticello.
Yeah.
Even a couple of years ago, Ivanka Trump was there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I was walking out of class and I'm like,
oh, you saw her?
Yes.
Oh, weird.
She was doing some panel and I'm like, holy shit, that's Ivanka Trump. And then the Secret Service agent said, yeah, keep walking with his eyes. And I did.
Good.
I don't want none of that problem.
Nope.
So I just went right on to class. But it's just, it's so wild just to even, a well-known actress from the 1920s,
Mm-hmm.
you'll go through, I bet you, the last, 100 years of Monticello or Lewis and Clark, just the speakers or the events or things it's crazy.
Yeah, well, that poet that I talked about a while ago was at Monticello. And then this was actually, Ruth Draper was here as the second person in a lecture series. And the first, I'd missed it, so I didn't talk about him, but it was an Arctic explorer that came about a month before this and had a really interesting talk. That took up 2 pages. And then I don't think it's this week. I think it's in a couple weeks. I'm going to talk about a boxer. He might not have been at Monticello. Now that I say that, he might have been at Western Military Academy. I don't know that Monticello Female Seminary would have brought a boxer, but maybe. I mean, they brought all kinds of people to campus. You never know.
She waved to me.
Ivanka Trump waved to you?
Yes, whenever I was going to class.
Okay.
And that was my one, I'm like, really, at Lewis and Clark of all things. It was just like the damnedest thing. Yeah, it wasn't on my bingo card.
But you got to remember this weird Alton Godfrey place we live. This place is crazy.
It's just so unique.
You don't know what to expect because who knows what's going to happen.
I would never forget that. I'm like, what the hell? It was just out of left field. Throw a dart on that one.
Yeah. Put that on your bingo card.
Or, with Ruth, add to the litany with Ruth.
Right.
There you go.
Well, and she lived long enough. She died, I want to say, I don't know if I put that on here. Did I? No. Anyway, she lived long enough that there are recordings of her work that you can still listen to. And
no kidding. Wow.
Yeah, and that's actually how Lily Tomlin was introduced to her work. She was working with a producer, I think, who recommended Ruth Draper's work early in Lily Tomlin's career. And she listened to it and was so enamored by it. She said that was now her standard for the performances that she wanted to do. So pretty cool.
Incredible. Take a quick break. It's 10:20, 37 degrees.
I'll take it.
Well, it's better yesterday. That was beautiful.
I was in Michigan until the end of the day yesterday. So
you're on a trip?
That
was your trip?
I can talk about it.
Yeah, we'll do that after this break. You stay there. We'll see you in a few.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome back. Lacy, you were out of town.
I was. I left.
When'd you leave?
I left Friday morning.
Oh, okay, because I thought you did the show last
I did.
week.
Oh, CJ, I try to make sure that any long weekends I plan, I'm still back here in time to talk to you.
Thank you very much.
I say that like it's a joke, but I really do
Thank you.
keep that in mind when I'm scheduling.
I
things.
appreciate it. We all appreciate it.
Oh, thanks.
What'd you do?
I visited my parents. So my parents live in Michigan, and in the summer, the whole family goes up for a week, so we get to spend time with them. The kids get to go to the beach and stuff. And then in the winter, I usually go up for a long weekend by myself, so I can just spend time with them in a calmer sort of situation. And so that's what I did.
How's everyone doing?
They're doing great. They have a fireplace.
Oh, sorry. I asked how everyone's doing. I wasn't close enough to the microphone.
Oh, everyone's great. Yeah. So we went. They live near Traverse City, so there are a lot of like cute little stores and stuff up there.
Cool.
It's and in the summertime it's beautiful because there are a lot of different beaches. It's by Sleeping Bear Dunes, sand dunes and stuff. So in the winter it's more like we went to a coffee shop and we went
Get a lot of snow up there, or is it?
A lot of snow.
Really?
A lot of snow.
So it'd make us kind of blush whenever we go, we're gonna get 6 inches of snow.
Well, I mean, it's such a different thing because they have snow all the time this time of year.
Oh, really? So it doesn't stop?
It might stop snowing, but it doesn't melt usually for a while. So sometimes it does. But like when I was up there, there had been snow on the ground for a while, and there still will be for a period of time from
How
now.
do the locals navigate such terrain?
Well,
I'm interested. Do they do like the chains on the tires still up there and all that?
I don't know. I don't know if my parents have a Subaru, and so they can get around with that.
Yeah.
And they put sand in the middle. My mom said they put sand in the middle of the street, and then the street is just a little bit curved like this.
Really?
So then the sand disperses onto the sides. And you get
traction and all
that?
Wow.
Yeah. And
don't tell us that, because then we'd all have no reason not to go into work anymore during the
well,
snow.
but snow and ice are different things.
that's
so
true.
a lot of times we're dealing with snow and ice, or just ice, and they mostly have snow. Mm-hmm.
Wow. What have they lived there their entire lives?
No. So I'm from Arkansas.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's where we lived when I was growing up, and then we moved to Iowa, Dubuque, in the middle of high school for me, which was actually really fun. I really liked living in Dubuque. And then they moved to Chicago and then up to Michigan. They moved to Michigan like 13 years ago.
Is that like a retirement thing, or they just find themselves up there?
I wouldn't say retirement, because my dad is like planting things. Like in the winter it's calmer, but in the summer he has like a regimen. Like,
oh, no kidding.
I go water my apple trees right now, and then I cut firewood, and then like he's got a whole thing. And so when we're up there in the summer, we help with all that. But so they just wanted to. My dad hated living in Arkansas. He grew up in, I mean, my whole family
Yeah.
is from Arkansas, but
Yeah.
he, when he was a teenager, he worked on putting roofs on chicken houses in the summer.
Oh, I
and I
bet
think
that
that
was-
like ruined summer for him.
Oh, I bet.
And so
Yeah.
my whole life has just been my parents moving slowly north from Arkansas. And so it went, Arkansas to Iowa to Illinois and then up to Michigan.
That's about as far north as you
yeah,
can get.
I don't think they're going to Canada, so I'm pretty sure this is it. But yeah, they love it. They love it up there. They're always trying to get me to move there too. And I can't do, my seasonal affective disorder keeps me from going that far up.
No, I can barely do it here
I
during
know.
the wintertime. I'm honest with you. I can't. So do you drive?
When we go in the summer, we drive.
Okay, but
and
not when you go in the winter.
When it's just me, I'd fly.
Nice.
But yeah. In the summer, we do a 2-day trip and then we stop at the Indiana Dunes Lakeshore.
Oh, that'll be cool. Yeah.
So we do that.
Now, what's your airline of choice? Not just saying flying to your
Oh.
parents, but like, do you have it? Because people have like airlines. I don't.
I don't either. Whoever's cheapest and most convenient.
Yeah, like mine's Allegiant. No matter what, where I'm going, I only go 2 places. So they fly there, $40 one way, $40 back.
Yeah.
And I don't have a lot of clothes, so I don't need to check a lot of bags.
Oh yeah, I never. When I go up, if I run out of stuff, I just borrow it from my parents.
The airplane is where you learn the most about people.
Ooh, tell me more.
In the airport.
Yeah. Okay, airport.
The whole thing is interesting to me. You see it all. You see marriages ending. You see marriages starting. You see people on the brink of mental collapse. And it's all normally spawned from a vacation of a lifetime.
Yeah.
And you also see people who maybe don't interact that much with public.
Oh, that's true.
And they don't know how to necessarily dress. I don't care if you're in PJs. I just don't want to smell your nasty feet next to me. Like, I am one of those people that will ask you to move.
They take their shoes off?
Oh yeah, take your shoe. But even if you have nasty feet and you're wearing flip flops near me, you know that. Go, get the hell out of here. What are we doing? What are we doing? Come on. And I will ask the stewardess if there's another seat. I will get away.
Well, you're advocating for yourself.
I had one time, I was in the middle on an international flight in the middle aisle. And I had 2 people that would not move to let me go to the bathroom.
Are you serious?
Swear. I had to hold it for 4.5 hours because I'm like, I was close to letting it all out there in the middle of that. But where are we going to turn around to? We're going to have to turn around and go back to London, So let me tell you, I have never been in so much pain where it hurt to walk. I'm like, if I walk, I'm going to pee everywhere.
I don't get when people are just jerks
but you know
to
what
be
I'm saying?
jerks.
You just learn so much about people.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just incredible to me. I don't know. I don't know why I'm on a rant about airplanes.
No,
and airports. It's just people there are amazing to me. And then I don't need to hear your phone call.
Okay, I like hearing other people's phone calls. If you are speaking loud in a public area, just assume I'm listening. Because if you don't want anyone to hear, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I actually disagree about that.
It depends on the mood,
Well, and if it's interesting or not.
Right.
If it's an interesting conversation, I want to hear it.
And you know what else I'm tired of? People that act like they're like executives for Google or like Amazon when they're on like the economy flight next to me. And
Wait,
what
is
they're in their
this?
suit. They got their little laptop and, like they're making notes like they have all the... Get the hell out of it. Come on. I talk to so many people a day. I don't sit there and go... Let me go into my airport and make sure. It's like going to Starbucks to write a book.
I would totally do that. If I were writing a book, I would be at all the coffee shops.
But it just, every time I always see some person with like some type of like C-suite look, and I'm like, brother, what are you doing here? Like, I'm sure you have a small bit, like it's great, but you don't need to impress me.
I don't like it when people are rude to airport employees.
Oh no, same way.
I was in the St. Louis airport yesterday. Like when I had landed.
People are awful.
They're awful.
And now I'll be honest, some TSA agents do have a attitude to them when you get in there, but they have a right to because they get talked to very badly by lots of people all the time, nonstop. So they aren't going to take your crap.
Well, this was a gate agent, and he was going around putting the tags on people's suitcases that had to be like you do the valet checking, and this this man, very serious expression, said they were flying to Chicago. And I don't know, maybe there had been a delay or something. And he, to the gate agent, who's still going to be in St. Louis.
When you come back.
He's still going to be in St. Louis when this guy gets to Chicago. He goes, if I'm stuck in Chicago tonight, there will be a problem.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I was like, tell that to someone.
Who gives a damn? Yeah, well, it's just amazing to me. Like, just because you don't know how to plan accordingly is nobody else's problem.
Well, and even if there were things that made your life harder, don't be a jerk to people. Just say, hey, this is going to really be hard. Can you help me figure it out?
And I used to be the worst about that. If I had a bad day, everybody within a 10-mile radius was going to have a bad day too. And then you realize that you're just a jerk. You know, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Making that guy's life miserable.
Right.
Then you're going to make the 10 people's lives behind you miserable. And now you're just a fool.
Yeah.
You're just a fool. I was in Texas one time, and this was during COVID. It was 4:30 in the morning. 4:30 in the morning.
In the airport?
Yes. I was on the red eye to go back to St. Louis. I'm there, and this guy is MFing these people at the, like, not even just to initial check-in.
Oh, my
Not even get to the
gosh.
gate yet. Because they're like, sir, do you have any paperwork for your dog?
Oh.
Well, he's a service animal. When I bought a plane ticket, and they're like, well, that's great, but just because it says service animal doesn't mean anything to us. We need to see paperwork.
Yeah.
Well, I bought a ticket and F you. And I'm like, okay, like, I feel like there should be a point in every employee handbook. If someone says a certain phrase to you, you can throat punch.
Well, and it shouldn't be a secret, but if you're polite and nice to the people that could potentially help you, they're going to want to help you more. They're going to probably go above and beyond to try to help you.
Oh my God, yeah.
If you're not making their life miserable.
Oh my God, there's like when I was going to Destin this last time, I didn't have my real ID yet. So I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
Because it didn't come in the mail.
Yeah.
I was nice. I said, I don't know what I'm doing. He goes, oh, here, give this. And they gave me an orange card to make me feel bad, and to single me out. Like, I was like the dunce hat of the freaking airport. I got this damn orange placard that like you can see from space, And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just take that. But now when I got to Destin, the guy was rude. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
Like when we were flying home, he's like, well, where's your ID? And I'm like, well, sir, I don't have one yet. I go, here's my paper real ID.
Yeah.
And they let me fly down from St. Louis. I go, I don't know how I can get home if I can't get back. He's like, well, let me see here. And did all these additional screenings on me. I'm like, come on, man. Just because I didn't spend the extra $5, do you really got to do this to me? Anyway, I didn't yell.
I'm proud of you. Airports are stressful.
They are.
We talk about how the worst version of Lacy is airport Lacy.
Oh, is it?
Yes, but it's not.
Mine's building furniture.
Oh, I'm okay with building furniture.
Oh my God,
I'm actually fine. I'm fine flying. I'm not a nervous flyer. I need to get to the airport really early.
Yeah.
So that I don't freak out about security.
Here's my problem.
Yeah.
CJ likes to make friends with bartenders. I think they're the best of friends, quite honestly. And if I get there too early, I make too good of friends with the bartender.
Got it. Okay.
But I've gotten better over the years. Better. I haven't mastered it. Because it's like, why do you do that? You're going to spend $17 on a beer at the bar, And for what?
But then you're there at least.
And your flight gets over with quicker, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm the, if I get there early, not good. If I get there too late, not good. Not a lot's good. I have to be right at the perfect window. Like an hour before the flight is enough because I can eat, I can have a drink, and I'm not there for 2 hours, and I get the very big encouragement gulp.
When you arrive at the airport an hour, or once you're through security an hour?
At the airport. Well, I go to Belleville.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
so, I mean, I
different
can get
situation.
there 4 minutes
That's
before
right.
my flight and go in.
See, I feel like the sweet spot for me is about an hour and a half ahead of a flight.
So my parents are.
Yeah.
They're pretty, and they even go to Allegiant or Belleville too, but they're still there an hour and a half. Because
otherwise I'm afraid that the gate is going to change, or that I'm going to put something somewhere that I shouldn't, or I won't have all my things. And
the best was when my mom left money at the hotel in Italy, and we were going on a flight back to, was it London? We were going to London? somewhere. But we had to get on a plane, and we were literally like she had to leave the airport, go back to the hotel, get all this money out of the safe.
No.
That I will say, she did not forget in the safe. My dad did. That's what she says anyway. And I'm sure I'll hear from another account that I lied on the air today, and I'm not forgiven.
You're covering your bases.
I'm just covering it all. But yeah, no, she had that Hallmark movie. Like, we got
God.
there, and everything was fine. No. Yeah, we got there, everything was fine. I'm like, well, we're early. Where's the money? Oh. Where's everything else? Oh. And yeah. I don't know how fast that taxi drove from Rome back to the airport, but it was pretty darn impressive. What else do you want to talk about with Ruth?
Well, I mean, she probably flew because she went to Italy several times. What else do I want to talk about with Ruth? I would love to see some of the characters that she portrayed. And I was actually having a conversation with Eric Schultes, who's one of my coworkers and is also an artist and an art professor. And he looked her up after I was working on this, and she had a bunch of portraits drawn by the artist is Sargent. I don't remember the first name, but Sargent, who was a famous portrait artist and had drawn pictures of a bunch of her different characters. And so now I want to go back and see that, because I'm sure that he captured some of those little differences that changed the character. But yeah, not only would she do a monologue as one person, but she had at least one section of her show where a number of characters in a railway station on the Western Plains. So it was like she was in a railway station, and then she was portraying all the different characters that interacted with like the station agent. So it wasn't even a scene change. Within the scene, she was all the characters. Yeah.
That really is incredible.
Yeah.
Man, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
No, me neither.
I always wanted to be an on-stage performer.
Really?
But what happens with that?
What?
You got to constantly think, and you got to I don't think very much, during live action. And what I mean by live action is like these settings. I kind of I'm a go with the flow guy. I don't try to be like the hands in the pocket, like chill guy, but I just kind of like, I used to be the big boy. Now you'll hear me talking for a mile away and hear me laughing, but I'm just,
me too.
I'm not here to burn down the village, so to speak, or change the world. I just like to go, all right, let's do it.
Well, I don't like acting very much.
I act so much. Thank you. I am kind of offended by the Oscars and the nominating categories.
Oh, no, I personally don't like acting.
No.
Okay.
I love it. I am one of the greatest actors, I think, of all time.
Oh, okay.
Because of the show. I'll be honest with you. There are sometimes people say things to me that I'm like, oh my God. And I smile and wave.
Well, yeah.
But I feel like I should be nominated.
Okay, I think I take it back. I don't like acting as a different person.
Gotcha.
I'm a public librarian.
That's true. That's fair.
Same difference.
Ask
me whatever question you want, and I'm not gonna.
You have your librarian.
Yeah. Well, and I want people to ask me whatever
that's your
question.
job.
I don't want to have a reaction.
I don't want people to be scared to come on my show and think I'm going to Howard Stern them for.
No. Because
I didn't know if that's a verb.
I don't think you're being anyone else. You are. Howard Stern's like a verb. You are making yourself an easy person to interact with. So you're not doing that as someone else. You're doing that as CJ.
Yeah, and when then people go, oh, that's fake. No, it's not.
No, it's not
I have a
fake.
platform to there's a brand identity to the platform. It's not my platform. It's a community platform.
Yeah.
It's not the CJ show. If it was, I'd be off the air years ago.
Well, that's because you're professional.
We're gonna
professional.
We're gonna mark that at 10:43. Lacey, it's always great talking to you.
You too.
We're gonna take a break. I'm gonna wrap up with a news brief. After this, we're gonna end a couple minutes early today. I cannot breathe, and all that fun stuff. So, news brief after a quick one, then we say goodbye after this.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? What's good, my guy? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and longtime supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
.46. Welcome back. 10:47. News brief as we wrap up our Wednesday. Here's what you need to know. Oh, before that, you're hearing me. If you're going through the sick bug like my house is right now, God love you. OSF Prompt Care is the way to go. We were going to go to an urgent care. This is how silly I am. OSF's on the show all the time. I told you guys we were going to take Estella to an urgent care. It was 11:30 when we went online to see, like, you know, how do we book? What's that schedule look like? We weren't going to be able to be seen until 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Tell me what's urgent. I'll wait. Nothing. Well, then I realized, CJ, use your head. You have great partners on the show with OSF Healthcare. We went right down the road. We went on Godfrey Road right to the OSF Prompt Care office right next to the Walmart. It was incredible. This was the first time we took the baby over there, so we had to fill out paperwork, all that stuff. We were out of the door within a half hour. The staff, incredible. They had a pediatrician on site as well. The gentleman that saw us couldn't say nicer things. Both of the gentlemen that saw us couldn't say nicer things. And come to find out, Stella had RSV. And, you know, that's what I've been going through. If you're going, man, CJ's looking terrible. What's he doing to himself? Tail end of mine, too. But, it's really great that OSF has that prompt care office because, we got answers quick. We didn't need to go wait around all day and see, man, well, her fever broke, so do we still go? No, they took care of us, and really excited to really just share the great work that OSF Prompt Care Office does. Whether or not you got the cold this season, you got influenza B or A or whatever you got RSV, you got, whatever. If you're sick, go get checked at OSF Prompt Care by the best. They truly are. Just a quick news brief for you. OSF Healthcare is now offering a cardiac calcium scoring test. We touched on this with them earlier in the week. It's a non-invasive test that's conducted through St. Anthony's Imaging Services, and it helps doctors gain a clearer picture of patients' overall heart health. Patients with one or more risk factors, they're encouraged to undergo this test every 3 to 5 years if the initial score is 0 or very low. Risk factors include diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, unhealthy cholesterol levels, a family of heart disease, lack of physical activity, and tobacco use or exposure to tobacco smoke. Scheduling the test is easy with 2 options: with a physician's order or by contacting scheduling directly at 618-474-4606 to take the scan. It's approximately 10 minutes to complete. The cost of the exam is $117. It's not typically covered by insurance, but definitely something you should, if you have the money for, go ahead and do it. Help yourself. Or if you think you need to and you don't have that $117, save some money for this, because this is a test that's only going to help you. All scans, they're reviewed by an OSF radiologist, and they take care of you from there. You can call 618-474-4606 for more information today. Also in the news today, Carrollton Bank announced that Matt Waters has joined the bank as a senior vice president of commercial banking at Alton. CEO Tom Howe said Waters' customer-focused approach aligns with the bank's philosophy and praised his long-term commitment to clients. Waters will work alongside Steve Thompson, serving the Metro East and surrounding communities where the bank sees continued growth opportunities. Waters brings more than 20 years of banking experience across the Alton, Edwardsville, and Fairview Heights markets, and as an Alton native, he attended Marquette Catholic and Quincy University and serves on several local boards. Full write-up available at RiverBender.com/news. In local sports, Kaylee Lacy, a senior forward and 4-year starter, has helped turn the Alton High Girls basketball program into one of the area's best after playing a key role in last season's 34-3 run and a third-place state finish. She has continued to lead a veteran Redbird squad. In late January, Lacy scored 15 points in a 62-39 win at Edwardsville and helped beat Chatham-Glenwood 50-31 on January the 3rd. As of today, Alton is 24-2 with games ahead against Belleville West, Belleville East, and Lacy is the Otto Butler Female Athlete of the Month. Congratulations on that acknowledgement with nearly 16 points a game and 5 rebounds. Congratulations on that accolade. Also, in the news today, as we wrap up our news brief and we'll take you into tomorrow, just be on the lookout for scams. I keep trying to find an expert that really does know this scam industry as best as we can, because it's ever changing. And I've told you guys the story. My grandma got the phone call that I was in jail 5 years ago, and 7 years ago and beyond that totally would probably make sense. But 5 years ago, there was no chance because, turn the life around, and I've shared that story before. But she kind of heard of this scam, and she goes, well, who is this? He goes, it's your grandson, and I need bail money. She didn't. She hung up the phone and called my cell phone, and I said, no, I'm sitting here, and I was actually at work at the time. She goes, that's what I thought. It happens, and it's happening right here close to home, and that's why the East Alton Police Department is warning residents about a surge in scams that target local citizens and are urging anyone and everyone to stop and verify any requests for money before sending it. Police say these scams include online phishing, phone calls impersonating federal agencies, and AI-generated calls made to sound like a grandchild. Officers advise skepticism towards demand for cash or unusual payment methods, noting no federal agency will demand mailed cash, a pickup, or Bitcoin deposits. They also warn against lottery winnings requiring fees or taxes being paid in gift cards. You can always call 618-259-6212 for help. We're out of time today. I'm going to take it easy. I'll be back here tomorrow. I got to do a breathing treatment. Enjoy your day. We got a busy one. Associated Physicians Group. We got great conversations on top of that. Enjoy your Wednesday morning. We're halfway through the week. Until I talk to you, try your best as always to stay out of jail.